It's been a hot minute since I played this map. So glad I got this guy on my team. Welcome everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that you're having a fantastic evening. Let's see here.
Armies clashed. Watch on, cut down champion after champion. Follow me! 18 lords. Form up! Form up! Champion is fearsome. Which of you dares answer? Units, assemble! A man strode forth unbidden. One you was position. Allowed to take the enemy's head. Units, assemble! I shall bring you Bashyong's head. Should I fail, take mine. Form up! Form up! Get into position! Form up! Units, assemble! Form up! Get into position! Form up! Form up! You should know me. Get into position! Units, assemble! Form up! Attack! Kill them all! Now!
Oofta. That was a nasty hurricane you guys had over there.
Coalition nears. Drunk on victory, Washyong rode out to give battle. Lower the bridge. We ride out to meet one you stepped forth. Cao Cao called for a cup of warmed wine to steel his spirit for the battle. Brave one, drink. Let this cup steel your nerve. Leave the wine. I will return before it cools. Form up! After me! Form up! Secure this position! Form up! Form up! Form up!
Yeah, got that badge. Don't gotta worry about that no more. Crap. I lose my unit because of that. Worst treb ever. That long and they still don't hit them. Minutes till the war report officially kicks off. Feels weird to be done so early today, but with so many big swaths of land, it's a lot easier to mark the territories. Got two awesome helpers of Mina and Skirn here. Alright, there we go. I got Twitch chat sized a little better. Hopefully it won't be all overlaid and stuff. So that little box in the bottom left is Twitch chat. So hey, welcome. It's Gachi. What's up, man? Yeah, you made the news like 2 wars in a row, I think, correct? Hey, Z Joker. How's it going? Yeah, you guys got the capital last war, didn't you? Oh, first war of the season. Okay, so that's why. Okay, I get it. I get it. So what you been doing, Gachi? Yep, CBL. I gave it a good go. I played... Actually, you know what? I can say this. I played in CBL and I never died. Yep. I got one whole game. They put me in coach and I didn't die. So I wasn't even on the bottom of the leaderboard. Oh, there was that. I'm sure my mama would be proud. You made the news in Korea. Nice. Sadly, I did not see your match. After my team decided it was best to not play at all instead of fighting warriors, I was like, man, I can't even. So I think all kids, when they are young, need to experience the bench. They absolutely need to be put on the bench. Now, me as a kid, I'll give you a little backstory on Foghladha here. Okay, so when I started playing football, I was about, I think I was 10 or 11. And I was the smallest kid. Like, I did not hit my growth spurt until I touched a football. Like, kid you not. I was like 5'3". I was like, you could see my ribs. You could actually see my heartbeat in my freaking rib cage. I was super skinny, no meat on my bones at all, tiny little thing, and I signed up for football. You know, I had a lot of anger issues at the time, and you know, being a scrawny kid, being the smallest kid in school, like everyone picking on me. I got first I did Aikido, and then I did football. Once I touched football, and it was introduced to me by a German exchange student. Believe it or not, he came to America to play football. That was all he wanted to do. His entire year of school didn't count for anything back in Germany. He's like, no, man, you got to try football. So I did. And I loved it. I loved it so much. And ended up growing a foot, almost, a little less than a foot, in about a year. And yeah, the leg cramps and everything were tremendous. But that very first season, I didn't do anything except sit the bench. And I just kept wanting to go in. Give me my shot, give me my shot, give me a shot. Well, guess what? Next season, I played. Back on the bench I went. Sitting there. Wish I could play. And then in U Sports, they did this thing where now, because they don't want kids sitting on the bench for too long, so they now have to play 3 plays in every game. Well, coach put me in, and I sacked the quarterback. Very first time. And yeah, first time I got to hit somebody, it didn't go as well as I hoped. I could have probably laid him out, but you know, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to hit him in the back. This is clipping, right? Oops. So, but no, it was okay. It was good that I tackled him. So, I literally sat the bench for my first 2 seasons. You know, didn't play a lick. But you know what it gave me? It gave me hunger. It gave me the will to fight. And there wasn't a person on that football field that worked harder than I did from then on out. Like, every wind sprint I did was 5 or 10 extra yards. I never did what was asked of me. I always did more. And that's how I ended up on San Jose State's football team. Like it was the fight. It was just not giving up when things got hard. When you were playing like the season I played for San Jose State, we beat freaking Air Force on ESPN. Like, we were supposed to lose that game. We were supposed to be blown out of the freaking water. And we beat the shit out of them. And you know what? That was the game that I remembered. That's when you don't step up to the plate, you totally cheapen yourself the opportunity to have that epic experience in life. You've got to take on the hard fights. You have to. Those are the only fights worth doing. So, you know, to me, kind of stung a little on Sunday. I was a little heartbroken. But you know what? I will 100% do it again. And next CBL, I'm going to tell Clown, hey, you want me? I'll play again. I don't care. I'll set the bench a whole nother seat. I don't care. I'll do it. Because I know that when Tigris power goes out right before the match, and they're down a man, they're going to call on me again. And they'll be like, yo, I need you to fill Tigris' shoes. What was he playing? Okay, here we go. So in the time that the clock ticked down, I managed to respec myself, get on short sword, get all his units, and be ready to go. It's just, you know, you gotta, that moment that you get called on, you gotta be ready to go. And these guys that just walk onto the field and they're a starter and they got all the, you know, oh, I got all the skill in the world. You know, I don't even got to try to be this good. Well, you know what? As soon as things get hard, they're going to quit. Those players are going to quit. And that is the psychological warfare that you can bring to that field. And when you are going up against somebody that's better, stronger, faster than you, all you got to do is get in their head. Because they can't handle being benched. And if you get them pulled aside by their coach, they're done. They are cooked. But you find somebody like me, the harder you push, the harder I fight. I mean, I have to say, I'm probably still in this game because of Cobra Commander. This game literally was made in Season 4 when Cobra Commander was on my ass 24/7. That man never left me alone. He beat the shit out of me, and I loved every second.
All troops, follow me! All troops, to me!
Greer.
To me! Prepare to fight! All troops, to me!
So yeah, don't shy away from the hard moments in life. Those are the moments that you learn something. That's the moments that you grow and you become better. Guys want a good laugh? Let's see. Let's have people guess what position I got accepted on to San Jose State as a walk-on for. You'll probably never guess. And then he'll know. And I ended up having another kid cut my shoulder pad and get me a dislocated shoulder. And that was the end of my quarterback career at that point. But and it just happened to be the thing that got me into college. Gonna go well.
All troops, follow me!
Sit down.
All troops, to me!
The correct answer is long snapper. Yes. I was San Jose State's long snapper for a season. But I also, like, during practice, I was playing defensive back. I was hoping to get on the field as a defensive back at some point, but that never worked out.
All troops, follow me! All Stand ready. Prepare to fight. Prisoners.
Oh, come on. I tried to give you an exit. I tried to sacrifice my purple unit for that guy's gold unit, and he decided to stop and fight too. Oops. Yeah, I put on quite a bit of weight my first year of playing football. Like at the start of the season, I was barely making weight, like the minimum weight, and by the end of the season, I couldn't make the weight. Like I was overweight for the league by the end of the season. Like it was crazy. You know, do they tell you how many years I've been streaming on here? Is that a stat that they show? Because that would be funny. And how few people I have watching. It's alright though. I do it because I like it. I do it because I like the people. I like meeting people and hearing stories and rating small streamers. It's all good. Come on, stupid horses. So slow. Yeah, so when I started streaming, Twitch wasn't a thing yet. It was called Justin TV. There are just some matches that are like this. My God. Who am I playing? Hey, Brigette is a cohort? What? I'm like really curious now how long it's been. It's been over 15 years. Oh man, this was sad. I'm sorry guys. That's how not to play this game. I don't have enough time for another one, so I gotta end it on that one. So yeah. Oh, I feel you. My wife's the same way. She rides horses for reals, and she doesn't like seeing cruelty to horses. She will end you if she ever thought you hurt a horse. Yeah, so I get it. I don't play games like this in front of her. In fact, she's not even allowed at my football field when I was playing because she got a little too. She's Eastern European. They are very passionate people. Let's just put it that way. Throughout the last promo. Yeah, she's from Slovakia, and I can tell you that they are amazing people. Like, I love their sense of humor. Like, they've got a building from when Napoleon tried to siege Bratislava, Slovakia, and he literally was sending volleys of cannons over there. Well, they have cannonballs still in the sides of their building, and they decorated them like flowers. They literally painted them like flowers. Freaking cannonballs in the side of their buildings. That's their sense of humor. Like, they are an unbreakable people. They have been conquered by everyone. Everybody freaking stomps on their property, treats them like they're nothing, and they keep coming back, all the way back to Samo, man. I mean, you look at their history, it's beautiful. Like, they are incredible people. Absolutely resilient. All right, we got a few minutes before we kick this off. If you have not used that creator code down below, go ahead and toss it into the gift code field in Conqueror's Blade. It may or may not work if you've used a code already. But if it does work, you'll get a free purple unit and some EXP and some other goodies. It's everybody can use it. It's no longer locked to just new players. It could be anybody. Like, you can play this game as long as I have and still use it. And the good news is by using it, you tell the Conqueror's Blade creative team that it's worth keeping Fog around. Because, you know, I could be cut. You never know. So, that just tells them, hey, he's actually doing something. I pay attention. You know, I'm trying to be a good content creator for the Conqueror's Blade community. And I plan on continuing to do so. If you did not know, I run ConquerorsBladeHub.com. That is my fan site. If you notice, it is probably the only website on the planet that has 0 ads. There is no ads on the entire damn website. I've done the best I can to protect your privacy and make sure that you are not being exploited in any way. So yeah, this is what I do. I don't need the money. I'm not asking for the money. I don't need you guys to support me in any way. I really want to be of service to you guys. So that's what I'm here for. That's why I do what I do. That's why I've been streaming for 16 years. It's not for the money. It's not for the glory. It's to entertain and to help people. That's it. If you did not know, every fall I run a charity event called the Gotcha for Extra Life event. And it is part of the Extra Life event. They basically host a 24 hours game-a-thon. I decided 24 hours just ain't good enough. I'm going to run that extra 10 yards. And I do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be streaming all day long, giving away a bunch of free games. It's a load of fun every year. This is my 16th year doing it. And I've got a lot of games in the lineup to show you all. You can go over to gsch.info/extralife if you'd like to learn more. It is benefiting the Children's Miracle Network. I've been helping them out for 16 years, raised about $60,000 total for them, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it every year. It's great turnout, good fun, tons of stuff. Like it's fun, and the loot vault is largely created by me. I've donated pretty much 95% of the games in there. Some developers have given me some games to toss in there, but for the large part, it's me. And I'm okay with that. As I said, it's my passion to entertain and to bring people together and have those memories and give you those experiences that you remember tomorrow. You know, it's so easy to just coast through life and forget what you did tomorrow or the day before, or yesterday, or the day before. There's so few moments that you can really cherish and embrace these days. And I try to give those moments to people as best as I can, or at least help somebody when they're in need, because that's what it's all about. So you've got a lot of tidbits on me this season, and you know, this stream in particular. And I do hope that, you know, you reach out and say hi. I don't bite. I love talking to people, as you can probably tell. And you may be wondering, why is my face not on the stream like every other streamer? Because this is about you. This war report is about you. It is your story. It is the houses that are battling on Elysium Peak. You guys come out here week after week, battle after battle, and you show up and you fight it out. That is the epic story I'm trying to tell. It's not about me. Like, I sit in a corner, I mind my own business, I try not to get in fights, you know. that is how I play Conqueror's Blade, so that I can report the news for you, and I can watch the fights. I can watch when, the Warriors took Hao Jing today and then promptly lost it. I wouldn't be able to see that if I was embroiled in battles all night. I would never even known that Warriors had it. But it's by having quiet time, I'm able to sit there and track who's winning, who's losing, who's taking what, how is this thing playing out, Because there's always an epic twist, and there's always something cool going on behind the scenes in the world of Conqueror's Blade. And it's a lot of fun, and I like entertaining you guys. And it's good bringing you guys all here and giving you a workboard. Been doing this since season 6. I never intended for it to turn into a long-term thing, but I think I fell in love with it as much as you guys did. So, it's a passion project. It's a lot of fun, and I like having you guys all here. And, if you ever have any ideas, please feel free to share. I am literally faking it till I make it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do it anyways. So, it's entertaining. So, everything you see is basically running on a PHP engine. So all these stats, all these numbers, it's literally a PHP website that serves these up through overlays. And I basically just click through them and try to get you the data that you want. And I have 3 helpers. Skurin, who's here in chat. Ismina, who may still be in chat. She's an East Coaster, so she may have gone to bed. And then myself, and every war we stay after and we log all the data in the world. There is no API. If you think, man, this game has to have an API. Yeah, I thought that too. But, I've been asking for that since season 6, and there still isn't one. I even offered to make them one for free, and they turned me down. So, you got to do everything in this game the hard way. Everything. It really sucks. In fact, I decided I was going to build an API for Conqueror's Blade Hub so that I can share my information with conkhub.com. So, I actually ended up piping over a bunch of data for him to use. So, it's if you're a fellow web creator or a streamer and you want to borrow some data, let me know and I'll get you an endpoint. It's a crying shame that this game doesn't have an API. It seems unreal, but it would make my job a hell of a lot easier, and I wouldn't need 3 people to do it after every war. We literally have to go fief by fief and log the entire game. Every fief that's owned, we log who owns it, what the value is, what level it is, and then have to attribute all that, and then I run my calculator that basically does all the calculations for us. So there's a lot of back-end work that it does, a lot of automations, but at the end of the day, you get the war report, and it's a fun little project. I mean, I really enjoyed doing it. It's something I'm good at. I've been a programmer since '93. So it's something I could do in my sleep. So it's definitely a fun way to make use of the data that I'm gathering. And the maps I actually made myself. That was my first experiment using Adobe Illustrator to basically redraw the maps and then turn it into an SVG and then dynamically build the SVG via a database to render out how the world looks at this point. It's pretty cool. That was the first time I ever did it. I challenged myself and was like, I wonder if I can do this. So I basically built a dynamic SVG that builds out the map for us. Now I'm thinking of all the different ways I could use that script. That's the fun thing about being a coder, is that once you get an idea, you can take that and use it anywhere. You can think of all the different uses for it. And it's like, if you could dream it, you could build it, and you can do anything. It's really cool. Just being able to develop anything you want. If I want to build an app that you got to go on adventures and take pictures and set landmarks, and then your friends have to follow your footsteps, and I could totally do it. That's something that's totally in my wheelhouse. I could absolutely do. And it's just kind of nice when you're able to do whatever you can dream of. That's a really good feeling. And I know people are going to be like, well, AI can do that too. And yes, I use a whole lot of AI. I use an absolute ton of AI. But there's one thing I can tell you as a programmer in this field. The AI doesn't always get it right. And when the further away from the source that you get, So like if you do rendition 1, rendition 2, rendition 100, the further away, the more hallucinations it has, and the worse things get for you. And then it breaks. And being nobody wrote the code, nobody knows where to look to fix. And yeah, it's people like me that have to basically read the code and go in and fix it. Like that's pretty much what I do now, is I fix what AI broke. So it's entertaining. So I don't mind AI. I'm not like an anti-AI guy. Like I use AI for my music. All the music that you're hearing right now is actually AI. I wrote the prompts for it, wrote the lyrics for it, and had AI make it. Why? Because I never was taught how to use an instrument. Every time I tried, I got canceled. So I always had that musical hole in my heart. So AI allowed me to fix it. It enables people. It amplifies people. It gives people the ability to do something that they normally were limited to do. And there's a whole lot of learning you could do with it. So I think if used correctly, it's a force multiplier. Like man, I wish I could pronounce that. Holy cow. Draculix1? Drac. You got a crazy good name, man. You gotta meet up with me and let me know how to say that, because that is a cool name. But red on black is kind of hard to read, so I'm not even sure if that's an L or an F. Dracul Zion. Oh, I get it now. Okay. That's good. It's kind of like Gosh Kia. You wouldn't think that Gosh Kia is how you would say the name of our channel, but that is how you say it. Gosh Kia, or Gosh Key if you're from Northern Ireland. But, you know. One of these days, I'm literally going to start a live stream that's just campfire stories. I'm going to tell you guys all the Celtic mythology I was taught as a kid. I'm going to, you know, just go through the ringer, maybe make up some stories along the way. It'll be fun. Hey, everybody, like, even myself, even I did not pronounce Gashkia right originally. My grandmother, oh man, gosh, she tried to teach me how to say all these cool words, and I just didn't want anything of it. It took her having a stroke and for her to stop talking for me to actually care. I was that little jackass, man. And then I cared. And so then I'm trying to learn Gaelic in freaking, or Irish, Gaelic at least, in America. You have any idea how hard it is to learn Irish in America? Like, especially on the West Coast. There's not a lot of fluent speakers. Like, it is really hard. So yeah, I met a guy named Connor. Happened to be same planet as me. And he was fluent in Irish, and he started teaching me. So I really learned a lot from him. So it's definitely challenging. So if you're on the East Coast, it's a little easier. Like New York, Boston, you got a lot of people that are fluent in Irish. But even in Ireland, Irish is not very well spoken anymore. Like, unless you're going to the western side, it's hard to find. But it is making a comeback, and I'm happy about that, because it is a very beautiful, rare language that a lot of people think is Latin-based, and it's not. It's actually its original. Like, it doesn't have a base. Like, it is OG. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's kick this off. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another exciting edition of the War Report here on Elysium Peak. If you are brand new to Conqueror's Blade, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to use that code down at the bottom, CB Creator 100. That will get you a purple unit, a bunch of EXP, and some bonuses. A bunch of stuff that you can use along the way. This was battle number 15, August 18th, 2026. I'm your host, Foghladha of the Goshki Tribe, and we're going to jump right in. First up, we have some key terms. Some of these I made up, some of these are in-game. Like prestige is a number that you can see in-game. It is the value of the land that you own. Acclaim is a fictional number that I decided to make up. That is basically all of your prestige across the course of the season and even lifetime of your community. So I will do a historical acclaim board, which has a cumulative amount of every single season that you've played Conqueror's Blade, since season 6 at least, and it totals it all up for you. Renown is another number that I made up that is calculated based on the value of prestige, whether it goes up or down when you take possession. So it starts at 0 when you take possession, and as you downgrade fiefs, it lowers. When you upgrade fiefs, it climbs up. Triumphs is the end of season prize money that you're all fighting for. That's an in-game thing. And then power rating is a new one that I created last season that is based on the fiefs that you've taken, lost, and held throughout the season. So when you take a fief, it's basically worth half the value. When you lose the fief, it's worth the full value. And when you hold the fief, it's worth half the value. So the longer that you hold it, the more points you get. Now, if you take a fief and lose it the very next war, you're not getting so many points. So if you'd like to learn more, you can scan that little QR code. It'll take you to the page where I break down all of these and how they're calculated. All right, looking at the upcoming events, we have one more important event in Phase 4. That is August 22nd, 2026. Now, if you are in that South region, which I can tell you is pretty much Fate Weavers and New World Order. You guys, it hurts me. It hurts me so bad. You guys expanded to have half of the zone each, and you haven't done any fief quests. Everything's downgraded pretty much. There's a couple fiefs that are level 3. And you guys know that the endgame alliances have to come over there and take over a third of the zone just so they can knock on Dai Cheng's door. So, I hope you brought your good pants, because you're going to need them. It's going to be a whole lot of poop hitting the fan. Just saying. So brace yourselves. It's coming. It's going to hurt. And I imagine I'll be seeing you either stronging it out over there, fighting the good fight, and maybe even punching the capital, which would be awesome. That'd be a great plot twist. Or you might be vacating the premises and going to another region. Either way, it could happen. Probably the second one. But I would really like it if I saw you guys hit the capital. That'd be cool. I'm always up for the little guys. Let's go. All right, so brace yourself. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. Dark Dingo knows what's up. And, no campfire tonight. No campfire, sorry. I put out that fire quick. War summary. There you go. 42 warring factions, 14 alliances, 121 fiefs on the board, 70 of which changed hand. That's 57.85%. 37,760 total prestige. Over in Longting, you have 13,400 with 33 fiefs. Blacklisted has 50% of that. Night and Day with 20%. Only Bros with 16%. Hibernia with 11%. No Evil with 2%. And all I gotta say is, Night and Day's 300 away from being able to knock on that door. Are they gonna pull this off? Are they gonna get a hit? Is Tom the Tank gonna get that hit that he's probably hoping he gets? He might. We might see Tom the Tank in the Hao Jing area. You don't know. All right, in Maoyang, 11,100 prestige, 45 fiefs available. Fate Weavers with 26%, Ragoon Raiders with 19%, the Blacklisted with 19%, Chaos Undivided with 16%, and Garrett of Soul with 5%. Over at Liang Yun, you have 13,260 prestige with 43 fiefs available. New World Order, 57%, Fate Weavers, 43%. Those are the only two people two alliances that have any land in Liang Yun. Mark my words, that is going to change come Saturday. Mark my words, it's going to happen. All right, region of Longting. This region was extremely active. A lot of exciting stuff here. We saw Warriors take the capital, and then Warriors lost the capital. All kinds of things happened. 97% free houses versus 3% Legion. 13,400 regional prosperity with 1 capital city, 4 towns, 6 forts, and 22 villages in play. It is a prosperity tier of 2. Top 5 seasonal landowners. Warriors has 23,550. Disciples, 19,750. Vanguard with 15,800. Nox with 11,050. And Goshkia with 10,200. As for renowned builders, you have Warriors, 600 renown. Vanguard, tied with Goshkia for 300 renown. Black Templars with 150. And Vigilantes with 50. Most prestigious strongholds in the land are Daswugan, Wangkiagan, Yuzhou Pass, Warland, and Fort Shohar. These are the gatekeepers to that capital city. These fiefs are the ones that determine if you're going to knock on that door or not. So you will see these flip every night. They're under siege constantly. Top flourishing village, Qinu, and Fengyu at rank 3 apiece. Let's look at that war map. All right, there you go. Up in the north, like a little hat that this zone is wearing, you have Hibernia with 1,500. There's a green. Next lowest right there is Night and Day in that teal color with 2,700. They've got a pretty good chunk of pie right there. If they get one more property, like even if they took Dongwu or Yunshikun, they would be qualified to hit that capital. I'm rooting for Tom, man. I think he might be making a play for it. All right, Only Bros with 2,100. Down there in the south, they're the neon green color. Then you got No Evil snuck over here and got Fufang and Lubu or Lubei with 300. And then you got a cohorts. They are very protective of their Dongwu for whatever reason, but Dongwu cannot be touched. It is cohort property. All right. Looking at the changes tonight, we saw Retro with 3, Vanguard with 3, here with 2. Ares with 1, Black Templars with 1, Disciples with 1, Nox with 1, and Warriors with 1. There was a whole lot more changes throughout the night, but that's how it ended up. All right, looking at the aristocracy of Longting, you got the King of Longting, the Disciples, the Blacklisted. There was a frightening moment during the war, but it came back in the end, and Disciples ended up on top again. Regional Barons, Vanguard of Only Bros, Mortal Conquest of Night and Day, Ares of the Blacklisted, Goshki of Hibernia, and Retro of Night and Day. Regional Stewards include Black Templars, Here, Warriors, Order of Valor, Goshki Dub, Longting Legion, Varus, and Nox. Looking for that race for the count. Look at this. There's a 3-way race. Who knew that Night and Day would be the second in the running right now? So Blacklist insists upon that throw. Night and Day is 300 away from being able to hit that capital. Only Bros needs 900 and then they can knock again. It's going to be interesting to see what goes down on Saturday. All right, looking at the next region of Maoyang, this is Northwest region. We have 11,100 regional prosperity with 93% free houses and 7% Legion ownership. You have 12 towns, 2 forts, and 31 villages. It is a prosperity tier of 2. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Durandon with 21,850 acclaim, High Kingdom in second with 20,250, Erdtree in third with 9,900, Disciples in fourth with 9,600, Brazil with 5th, 8,250. As for renowned builders, Durandon has 750 points on the board. Top prestigious stronghold is Kongxi at rank 6. Top flourishing village is all of them at rank 1 because nobody's upgraded anything. Looking at the war for Maoyang, you got the dark red color, which is at Common and Kongxi Yunlai. That is the blacklisted. They would also have Anliang. I need to figure out why Anliang isn't flagging color for them. Fate Weavers on the western side with 2,850. Ragoon Raiders over there in the teal color on the eastern front, 2,100. Chaos Undivided up in the north with 1,800 in that lime green color, or kind of a light green color. Over on the far east, you have over by Aktai, Sogohoya, Ina, that is Garrett of Soul with 600. Deus Volt chilling at Tsuchiba and Aksha with 600. And then the cohorts, they are down at Chibi and Banda. Then you have Steel Tide, which I need to give a color, with 150 down there. And the very far south at Tingla. Looking at the changes, Undying Wolves gained 8, Chosen Ones with 5, Eye Kingdom with 4, Death Guard with 3, Durandon with 3, Soda with 3, Maoyang Legion with 2, Midway Kings with 2, Vampire Coast Cav with 2, Vigilantes with 2, Viltrium with 2, and Barbarians with 1. Looking at the houses of the region, you have disciples sitting upon the throne with 3,000. Regional barons include Black Templars of the Blacklisted, Chosen Ones of Fate Weavers, Undying Wolves of Fate Weavers, and Drandon of Ragoon Raiders. As for regional stewards, you have Eye Kingdom, Soda, Death Guard, Midway Kings, Vigilantes, Malyang Legion, Viltrium, Vampire Coast Cav, Legionaries, Brazil, and Barbarians. Looking at the race for the capital, Blacklist is the only one qualified to be in that capital and probably will end up holding it for the rest of the season. Looking at the next region of Liangyun, this is a region that's about to get hit by everyone that wants that endgame prize. You got 100% free houses ownership right now, 13,260 prosperity, 4,000 of which is needed to get into that capital city. 11 towns, 1 fort, and 31 villages in play. Prosperity tier is 2. Top 5 seasonal landowners include Regulators of 39,390, Homegrown with 27,105, Lawless with 14,235, Chosen Ones with 7,995, and Eye Kingdom with 7,800. As for Renowned Builders, you have Undying Wolves with 585, Regulators with 390, and Eye Kingdom with 195. Top Procedure Strongholds are Renlin at rank 4, and then Luxing and Mari at rank 2 in the village category. Looking at our war map, there you go. New World Order on the east, 7,605. Fate Weavers on the west, 5,655. Looking at the changes, Hounds of Fenrir with 6, Lawless with 6, Homegrown with 4, Regulators with 3, Undying Wolves with 1. As for the aristocracy of Liangyun, you have the Emperor, the Liangyun Legion with 4,420 points currently. Regional Barons are Regulators, Homegrown of New World Order, Hounds of Fenrir of Fate Weavers, Lawless of New World Order, Undying Wolves of Fate Weavers, and Chosen Ones of Fate Weavers. Looking for the race for the capital right now. Both of them are qualified to hit on first hit. However, Saturday is going to be a rough night, so we'll see how it fares. All right, looking at the Rising Kingdoms. There you go. Mingyu grew to 3. Zandon grew to 2. Yunlai went up to 2. And Hexi went to 2. As for Crumbling Empires, we saw Kintai drop to 2. Looking at our top face, we still have a rank 6 on the board. Kongxi in Maoyang is still level 6. That is 40% bonus reward for turning fief quest there. At level 4, you have a 10% bonus reward for Renlin, Fort Shohar, Yuzhao Pass, Daswugan, Wangqiagan, Warlin, and Linke. Looking at our top builders of the season, Duran is leading the pack with 750, Warriors with 600, Undying Wolves with 585, Regulators with 390, Vanguard with 300, Goshka with 300, Eye Kingdom with 195, Black Templars 150, and Vigilantes with 50. Looking at our historical renown board, Goshka leads with 13,000, followed by Eye Kingdom with 8,000. Vanguard with 6,000, Durani with 5,000, and Goshki with 5,000. As for alliances, Hibernia leads with 26,000, Maelstrom in second with 8,000, Deucevolt with 6,000, the High Council with 4,000, and Half a Brain Cell with 3,000. Next up, we're going to take a look at the unit kit crafting. There is only one fief in the world where you can craft purple or above unit kits. That is Kongxi, Rediari, Wanja Heavy Cav, Kev Tool Cavalry kits, and Percival Royal Guard kits are craftable there. Looking at siege crafting, pretty much you're stuck in the blue land, just crafting at the trade colonies. Nothing good there. Sorry, guys. Now, if you're looking for fief quests, Kongxi has your 13,000 granite quest for 3,500, or your 6 granite quest for the same price. If you're looking for honor gains, head on over to Renlin or Warlin with 1 purple siege weapon for 660 honor. If you're still doing the House EXP grind, Kongxi has your 100 regional exotics for 280 House EXP. Next up, we're going to look at the house rankings. As for new houses, Legionaries of Steel Tide with the Liege of Muchen. He has 750 points on the board. They are fairly new. I think we saw them jump on the board last war, this war. They continue to be on the board, so congratulations, guys. You guys are here to stay. Let's keep that ball going. Looking at houses by level, we have 6 level 8s, 13 level 7s, and 9 level 6s. Take a look at the population changes. Black Templars gained 18, Hounds of Fenrir 14, Viltrium was 6. Top population declines. Erdtree lost 23, Baskerville with 22, and Mortal Kombat with 6. As for prestige gains, Undying Wolves unleashed 2,130 points. Hounds of Fenrir with 1,560, Lawless with 1,560, Vanguard with 1,450, Homegrown with 975, Regulators 780, Durandon 750, Soda 750, Chosen Ones with 720, and Ares with 600. Next up, the prestige losses. This is the biggest heartbreak of the night, which is only 1,950 points. That's from Warriors. We've seen them much worse than this. I imagine Saturday might be much worse than this. But, yeah, so Nox, 1,800. Here with 1,650. Brazil with 1,200. Speak with 1,170. Erdtree with 900. Viltrium with 750. Baskerville with 600. The Wild Hunt with 600. And Forbidden City with 600. I'm not sure what's going on with Erdtree, but their numbers did drop quite considerably today. I think they may have merged in somewhere. Looking at our top 10 houses, Disciples of the Blacklisted, 7,700 prestige. Santa the Clown is a liege with 29,350 seasonal claim. Second place goes to Undying Wolves of the Fate Weavers with 3,105 prestige. Sir Hellborn is a liege with 8,550 seasonal claim. Third place is Chosen Ones of Fate Weavers with 3,060 prestige. Scarlet is a liege with 13,995 seasonal claim. Number 4 is Regulators of New World Order with 2,925 prestige. Tigriff is a liege with 42,990 seasonal claim. Fifth place is Black Templars of the Blacklisted with 2,850 prestige. Ladrian is a liege with 14,150 seasonal claim. Sixth place is Homegrown of New World Order with 2,730 prestige. Your Leaf is a liege with 27,855 seasonal claim. Seventh place is Hounds of Fenrir with Fate Weavers, 2,340 prestige. Darth Dingo is a liege with 6,710 seasonal claim. Eighth place is Lawless of New World Order with 1,950 prestige. Magnus IV is the liege with 17,235 seasonal claim. Looking at ninth, we have Vanguard of Only Bros, 1,650 prestige. Tong Tong is the liege with 15,995 seasonal claim. And then bringing up 10th place, we have Mortal Kombat with Night and Day, 1,500 prestige. Tom the Tank is the liege with 6,075 seasonal claim. That brings around to our top 30. There you go. See where we stack up. All right, moving along, we're going to take a look at the house power rating. There you go. Our top 10 powerhouses. We have Regulators with 567, Disciples with 434, Homegrown with 375, Durandon 186, Lawless with 175, Goshkill with 155, Chosen Ones with 150, Undying Wolves with 138, Black Templars with 125, and I Kingdom with 109. Looking at our historical houses, we have Vanguard in first, 724,000. Homegrown in second, 385,000. Goshkia in third with 344,000. I Kingdom in fourth with 315,000. Durandon in fifth with 313,000. Looking at our house casualty board, we have Warforged Despairing with 4,455. Angels and Salt Kings with 3,755. Just Some Dudes, 1,515. Rubber Bears with 900. Dahlia and Hose with 195. Squad 195. Asada 150. And Hacienda 150. Next up, we're going to look at our alliance rankings. We have one free agent, Vigilantes, 450 points on the board. Very, very fun group of guys. I had the pleasure of being in an alliance with them earlier this season before they decided to freelance, and I have to say I love these guys. They're a great group of people. If you have a chance to ally with them, please do so. They are a lot of fun to be around. All right, looking at alliance changes, Erdtree departed Ragoon Raiders, Legionaries joined Steel Tide, and Order of Valor joined Hibernia. Top Alliance Prestige gains, Fate Weavers with 4,410. New World Order, 3,315. Chaos Undivided 1,650. Blacklisted 650. Night and Day with 300. And Ragoon Raiders with 300. Looking at prestige losses. No Evil lost 3,015. Only Bros with 2,300. Guerra de Sol with 1,950. Deuce Volt with 900. And Peach Garden Oath with 600. Looking at our top 10 alliances, first place is the Blacklisted with 11,750 prestige, owning 2 capitals, 51,650 seasonal claim, featuring Disciples, Black Templars, and Ares. Second place is Fate Reavers with 8,505 prestige, 29,255 seasonal claim, featuring Chosen Ones, Undying Wolves, and Hounds of Fenrir. Third place is New World Order with 7,605 prestige, 88,080 seasonal claim, featuring Regulators, Homegrown, and Lawless. Fourth place is Night and Day with 2,700 prestige, 13,310 seasonal claim, featuring Retro, Mortal Kombat, and Varus. Fifth place is Ragoon Raiders with 2,100 prestige, 56,095 seasonal claim, featuring Dragon and Eye Kingdom. Sixth place is Only Bros, 2,100 prestige, 57,000 seasonal claim, featuring Vanguard and Warriors and Nox. Seventh place is Chaos Undivided with 1,800 prestige, 6,540 seasonal claim, featuring Death Guard, Soda, and Vampire Coast Cav. Eighth place, we have Hibernia with 1,500 prestige, 13,575 seasonal claim, featuring Gashkia, Gashki Dub, and Order of Valor. Ninth place is Guerra de Sol with 600 prestige, 26,370 seasonal claim, featuring Brazil, Viltrium, and Barbarians. And bringing up that 10th place slot, we have Deuce Volt with 600 prestige, 11,265 seasonal claim, featuring Midway Kings, Baskerville, and the Wild Hunt. That brings us around to our seasonal claim board. Our top 4 are New World Order with 87,090, Ragoon Raiders with 68,225, the Blacklisted with 51,650, Only Bros with 49,800. Next up, we have our top 10 power alliances. New World Order leads the pack with 1,117, the Blacklisted with 537, Fate Weavers with 343, Ragoon Raiders with 295, Hibernia with 168, Night and Day with 43, Los Pontos -3, Conquest with -6, Steel Tide with -64, and Chaos Undivided with -71. Looking at our House of Claim board, Hibernia leads 845,000, followed by We Don't Read in second with 588,000. The High Council with 516,000, Deuce Volt with 396,000. Maelstrom in fifth with 353,000. You have New World Order pretty much 29,000 away or 27,000 away from passing up Foundation here. All right, looking at the Alliance casualty board, there was only 3 Fury. They renamed 2,340. The High Council, it'll be back, I guarantee you. 840, and then Black Bulls with 500. And that brings us around to the close of our show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you again on Saturday. It's going to be a very eventful night. Everyone should buckle up and get ready for an absolute mayhem. As people flood into that final zone of Liangyun, you got to expect that the zones of Longting and Maoyang will also be hot from the people that are going there trying to get away from the chaos of that lower region. Some people might just be crazy enough to say, you know what, the big dogs are going there, let's go there too. You know, you never know. Like, things get weird on that positioning round. So get ready for the weird. It's coming. Embrace it and have fun, guys. Go out there and conquer, and I will see you next time.
Pristine persistence, pushing through the thick of the resistance. They keep their distance, whisper insistence is a myth in this existence. Meticulous with the lyricism, spinning through the cynicism. They try to paralyze the paradigm and box me in a prison. But see, the vision is precision, cutting through the division while they make a derision of every single decision I envision. They wanna limit the image, diminish the finish before I can begin it. They're playing a scrimmage, I'm living a limitless minute by minute. Slick cynic, sitting on the sideline, trying to define mine. But I'm drawing a fine line, aligning my design with the divine time. You throw shade, but the shadow is shallow, a callow attempt at a blow. I'm a volcano below, ready to overflow and put on a show. They try to dim the bulb, but they forgot about the wire. They try to throw the dirt, but they just insulated fire. Stomp on the embers, watch the smoke begin to curl, with a quiet revolution rising up against the world. They wanna knock me down, but I'm standing on their throat, sinking in the deep, but I'm the only one afloat. Let the animosity ignite the inner flame. You're fighting for survival, I'm the one who takes the reign. Yeah, they try to write me off, try to put me in a grave, but the fire that they started is the fire that I save. Patience is a practice of the powerful, a passage to the peak, while the weak only speak of the havoc they wreak in a language of bleak. They analyze the enterprise, try to minimize the size of the fire in my eyes, telling lies to the skies. They're surprised at my rise, hey, oh. But determination's deeper than the doubts that they deliver. I'm a constant river running while they shiver on a sliver of a crumbling ledge. I made a solemn pledge to the edge, never hedge on the bed, never forget the blood and the sweat. Courage over malice, yeah, we write it in the stone. They can keep the paper palace, I'll be carving out a throne. Dismissed and overlooked, but the story's off the hook. Every single page they tore is a chapter that I took. Stomp on the spark and watch the wildfire rise. Look at the dark through undefeated eyes. They wanted a tragedy, we gave them a masterpiece. They wanna knock me down, but I'm standing on the throat, sinking in the deep, but I'm the only one afloat. Let the animosity ignite the inner flame. You're fighting for survival, I'm the one who takes the reign. Yeah, they try to write me off, try to put me in a grave, but the fire that they started is the fire that I see. They dare that I say. They wanna knock me down, but I'm standing on the throat, sinking in the deep, but I'm the only one afloat. Let the animosity ignite the inner flame. You're fighting for survival, I'm the one who takes the reign. Yeah, they try to write me off, try to put me in a grave, but the fire that they started is the fire that I see. Against all odds, we thrive, while you struggle to survive. Hear the silence, that's the sound of the crown.